Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you the process I use to silk press my hair. It never actually comes out the way I want it to, so I'm still trying to perfect the process. But yeah, I'm using Garnier, I think it's called Silk Therapy as a heat protectant, and my Revlon blow dry. I'm taking out the hair. Um, so yeah, I've tried different methods. I've tried different tools. But I got a new flat iron, and that's what inspired me to try this new silk press. I bought it purposely. So I have a Babyliss Titanium flat iron I just purchased. It's 1 inch thick. And you'll see me use it once we get to that part. But here I'm just going through each section, blow drying after I put my heat protectant on the whole section. And the blow drying process, I want to say it took me around 30 minutes because I was trying to get it as straight as possible so the flat iron would have less work to do. So I was focused a lot on it. You'll see me go over the roots like right now, over and over again. I'm trying to get the roots straight because that's the hardest part to get straight because it stays wet. So here I am going through the second section where I'm on the third. Whatever section I'm on. So I'm focusing on the roots, and as I go down, the rest of the shaft of the hair will dry, but trying to get those roots as flat as possible because I think my main problem with my silk press is they always come out poofy. Sometimes they're stiff, sometimes they're poofy. They always last. That's not the issue, but it's never as silky as when I go to the Dominicans to get a flat iron with that. So I'm always trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong because, I'm using a blow dryer, I'm using a flat iron. Is it my tools? Is it my products? So experimentation, I guess, trial and error until I get it the way I need it. So yeah, focusing on my roots. I'm blowing. My hair was not recently, I feel like it's a long time now, but I recently got highlights. Let's say maybe 6 months ago. So I guess it's not recent. And you can see the roots where the highlights have grown out. My roots are my normal color, and the highlights start probably about an inch or two down my hair shaft. So I'll probably redo it eventually. They were copper, the highlights. And I think I liked it. It went well with my skin tone. Oh yeah, I got hot after all this blow dry, and I eventually had to turn the fan on for to do the flat iron process. I have a lot of hair. It's thick and it's semi-long, so it takes a lot of effort to get this done. So not only was I tired of doing my hair, I thought about just putting some braids back into it. Because I got this new flat iron, I said, okay, well, I'm tired of being natural for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and try this new flat iron and see how it works. If it works, I did consider the idea of heat training my hair, and just because I wear wash and goes, but I can do without. It's not a necessity. Half the time I don't like how my wash and goes come out, and they really only last for a day. So I've had straight hair for since before I went natural. My hair was always straight because of a perm. So I'm comfortable wearing straight hair, and I know it does. For me, when I have my silk presses in from the Dominicans, it's a lot easier to maintain. And I think for most people, and a lot of people don't want to lose their curls. But, I'm kind of at the point where I'm not so worried about it. Because, like, once again, if I'm going to wear my hair natural, it's probably going to be in a twist out or a braid out or, a style where I manipulate my curls anyway. Wash and goes are rare. So I'm thinking I might try, depending on how my silk presses come out, I might start trying heat training. So now moving on to flat iron, and I got everything blown out. And this is my Babyliss that I just got. It was pretty expensive, I won't lie. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like about $150, which is not typically something I would spend on a blow dryer. Why can't I talk today? My last flat iron was $40. I got it from Walmart. And so this was a step up. So I'm expecting miracles, okay? And my last straightening process, if you watch my old videos, I was using Timo, the straightening comb. So I'm like, this ain't cutting it. I'm not seeing the silkiness that I need to see. I went over again. I was like, did I do this wrong? Let me look at these directions. So it turns out I didn't have the iron hot enough. I had it on a 25, and I thought that meant 425, but it's really just a range. So you needed it above 30 to get in the 400s. So I got hot, as I said. So I went and turned on that fan. And once again, got my clothes on the bed. You know my story. This is where I fold laundry. And if it doesn't get folded, it just stays on this bed until somebody picks it up. So yeah, now that the passes were coming out smoother now. I was more happy with the way this was looking now that I cranked up the heat. So what I did was I went through my roots. I tapped it about 3 or 4 times on each section of my roots. And then I tried to only do 1 pass per section, using the comb chase method. Now, this comb chase method, I've always had issues with it. I don't know if it's my coordination or what I'm doing wrong there. That's specifically why I bought the Timo straightening comb. And that did do the job, but it didn't come out like a silk press. It straightens my hair, but not like a silk press. So I wanted to make a second attempt or a third or fourth, or at this point, lots of attempts at this comb chase method. And I think I kind of got the hang of it this time. It wasn't perfect, so I will be doing this again. This is not my last attempt at the Babyliss. But yeah, I went through each section. You see it's not as flat, as silky as, some of these other YouTubers, or even the salon would get it. But I mean, honestly, this is probably the best, this flattest or silkiest, that's the word I'm looking for, silk press I've had. Now my ends are atrocious, but I don't cut hair. And while it's straight, I will cut my hair all day when it's curly, but I'm scared to cut it when it's straight because it's obvious where you mess up. Whereas when it's curly, you can hide all those, by just tousling it, putting it in a different place. But yeah, I got through my whole head. I can't tell you how long, I didn't really look at how long this flat iron process took, but I'm going through the ends and giving them a little bump so I can wrap it and it could fall. My thought was it would fall, nicely after I did this. I'm going to go through and wrap it. Use my serum first. This is IC serum, by the way, but it's so old the label has come off. So I'm doing a doobie. I went old school. This is what I did in high school every night. So I went back to this to smooth it out. Just go around my whole head and tie a scarf on it. And this is what it looked like when I took it out. I had a closing to go to, so. And the next night I slept with these rollers. This is not, it's hard to explain, but yeah, my hair got nice big curls. This is not the night I got the nice big curls. It was the night before, but I didn't show you how the rollers were set. So I wanted to put that in here so you guys got an idea of how I put my flexi rods in to get the big curls in the next clip, which is coming up for you. But this, I put basically 1 at the top, 1 at the back, or 2 in the back, and then take it out the next day. And this is what my curls looked like the next day. Hey, it's giving me Farrah Fawcett. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.